Good morning, students. Welcome to our maths class. We are discussing about fractions. In the page 39, fourth question, first one. Write 8 by 18 in lowest terms. We have to write this 8 by 18 in lowest terms. Lowest terms are nothing but we should make them in a smaller form with cancellation and other procedures. Now 8 by 18 given, 8 by 18 I have written in the solution. Common table is identified to cancel them. What common table is used for 8 and 18? 2 table. So 4s are 8, then 2 9s are 18. 4 and 9 left and no more common table is identified. So that becomes the lowest terms for the given question 8 by 18. That's why the lowest terms of 8 by 18 is equal to 4 by 9 is written as a conclusion step. In the same way, we will go for the next question, that is fourth bits. Let us see fourth bit in the fourth question only. 35 by 75. In this I have written 35 by 75. Can you find the common table for both the numerator and denominator? Please think of, that is fifth table. 5 7s are 35, 5 15s 75. Here 7 and 15 have no more common table with them. So that 7 by 15 is the lowest terms for the given question 35 by 75. Now coming to the page 40, question 5, first one. They have asked us to write true or false. In those true or false, they have given first question 30 by 40 and 12 by 16 are equivalent fractions. That means both the fractions which are given are equal fractions, they are saying. Whether the saying in that way is correct or not, we have to say. If it is correct, we will accept as true. If the saying is wrong, we will say it as false. That is the meaning of the given question. Let us see. 30 by 40 I have taken and started the cancellation. 0 and 0 which are given at last were cancelled. Remaining part 3 by 4 having no common table to cancel again. So that 3 by 4 is the answer for the first fraction. And second one, 12 by 16 is written. I have selected a common table, that is fourth table selected to cancel that. 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16. Here also 3 and 4 are left for us. So written answer as 3 by 4. First answer 3 by 4 and second answer 3 by 4. That means here 3 by 4 is equal to 3 by 4. So given statement is true. Whenever both the results are equal after the cancellation, then we say that given statement is true. Is it clear for you? Because they only said both are equivalent fractions. We have got both are equal also. That's why we have accepted this statement as true. Shall we go for another question of same method of doing? Okay. Then fifth question only, second bit, that is given 10 by 25. I have taken 10 by 25, first fraction. What common table is identified? Fifth table. 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. So 2 by 5 left as answer for it, because no common table to cancel them again. That remains as answer. And another fraction, what is given? 25 by 10 given. So that also I have taken here and cancelled with 5 table again. 5 5s 25, 5 2s are 10. 5 by 2 I have got here. First answer 2 by 5, second answer 5 by 2. Both are equal or not equal? Yes, both are not equal. Here 2 by 5 as first answer what we got is not equal to 5 by 2, which I got as second answer. So given statement is false, because they said both are equal set. But finally what we got? Both are not equal. That's why given statement is false. Is it clear, students? Now coming to the page number 40, In that sixth question, first bit, there are some classification of fractions here. Write the given fractions as a simple fraction or a complex fraction. Before we go to prove those, we will recall once about a simple fraction and a complex fraction. If the both numerator and denominator of any fraction are both are whole numbers, then such a fraction is said to be simple fraction. If at all the numerator and the denominator of any fraction are fractions, that means in the numerator a fraction should be given and in denominator there must be a fraction given, then such a fraction is said to be complex fraction. Is it clear, students? If at all numerator and denominators both are given as fractions, then such type of fraction is said to be complex fraction. In other cases, that means numerator and denominators are only whole numbers are given, then such a fraction is said to be simple fraction. Now we come for the given questions. Sixth question, first bit, 0 by 8. Here numerator 0 is a whole number, denominator 8 is also a whole number. That means numerator denominator of this fraction are whole numbers, so it is called as a simple fraction. Is it clear for you? Then second bit, minus 3 by minus 8. When we cancel minus and minus, suppose 3 by 8 will be left. 3 is a whole number, 8 is also a whole number, and it is known as simple fraction. Come for the fourth bit. Are you understanding, students? Yes. Listen about fourth bit. 3 by 5 by 18. Here numerator is not a whole number as we have seen earlier. Here numerator is a fraction, that too a mixed fraction. Of course in the denominator also we can call it as a fraction because 18 can be written as 18 by 1. That means both the numerator and denominators are as fractions only appearing, so that those were given an answer called complex fraction. As I said in the definition of a complex fraction, if the numerator and denominators are fractions, then that fraction is called as a complex fraction. Is it clear for you? Listen about fifth bit in the same way like fourth only. Minus 6 by 2 by 5. Here also mixed fraction is given. So that's why we can conclude this answer as a complex fraction. Let us see one more question which is not a simple fraction, it is not a complex fraction. Here see once, 8th one, minus 8 by 0. Here division with 0 is actually not defined. Division by 0 is not defined. That's why it is neither a simple fraction nor a complex fraction. That means since the 0 is there in the denominator, that shows that it is not defined, because when we divide anything with 0, we will not get any answer. That shows that it is not defined. Is it clear for you, children? Then take care of things. Sums here and there I have left and you do in the practice book. Is it clear? Thank you.